Guys, how are you? Thank you for choosing this channel. In this video, we are going to analyze one theme from a man of awesome power, and that is the theme of change. Without wasting time, we are first going to analyze or to understand the term change. And this is the transition from one state to another. So in any time you have a transition, that is what we call a change. So in a man of awesome power, it is clear that when a person gains power, they change. We are going to check some of the instances that we have changed in our story. And number one, we have changed from an ordinary person to a powerful person. We're going to measure on our main character, that is Taib al-Mahdi. As the story begins, he is an ordinary person. He does not possess power. We are told that he had retired from working abroad, and that is how he acquired his comfortable apartment. And in addition to that, we are told by the author that he was spending time reading the newspaper, watching the TV, and listening to the radio channel devoted to the Quran. So his life was ordinary. However, the apparition appeared to him in form of a dream. And I'm going to quote the exact words that the apparition told him. That is on page 1. From this moment onwards, and for as long as God wills, you shall have the power to tell something be, and it will be. Do with it what you please. So you can see the apparition tells Taib that he is going to have a godlike power to tell something be and it be. But he did not believe. We see later on he practiced whether it is true that he had the power. And the first thing that he did, he mentally demanded the TV channel to move from the first channel to the second channel. And it happened. And the second thing he did was to order the room chair to rise up and go back to their original position. So we can see there was that change from an ordinary person to a person that has power, or a powerful person. First instance. The second one, we have the change in the environment. When he received that power, he decided to use it in a good way, that is to improve the poor living conditions of the people. And he did this in several ways. Number one, he filled gaping potholes. In addition to that, he locked electrical boxes hanging dangerously open. And lastly, he drained flooding sewer water. So by doing this, the people's living conditions changed, and they were convinced that there was a genuine awakening. That is number 2. Number 3, we have that change from a good person, you can say, to an evil person, to a bad person, or a selfish person. At first, Taib is seen as a good man. The author presents him as a good person. And that is why he is given the godlike power, because he is religious. A religious man is a good man. And we know this because he was listening to a radio channel devoted to the Quran. That's supposed the religious part. And that is why he is given the godlike power. In addition to that, the author describes him in the following way: as a good man whose sins were forgivable. Additionally, he was a lover of virtue. But what happened when he got that power? Things changed. And it changed him in several ways. Way number 1, he became lustful. And this is because he had to use his power to fulfill his sexual needs when he saw the beautiful woman at the entrance of the tea garden. Number 2, he became deceitful, and He lied to Hania that he was suffering from a cold, that when she detected that he was not in his usual mood. And you know the reason as to why. Because he was intimate with that woman at the entrance of the tea garden. So he was suffering from guilt. And lastly, he became vengeful. And we can say vengeful or inhuman. Because he made the taxi driver to suffer an accident because he ignored him. And that was so inhuman, to make him suffer an accident. We can say maybe the man was going, he had some other businesses, or he was going for another customer, but he took it in a negative way and punished him. Lastly, we have this change from a powerful person to an ordinary person. At the end of the story, he loses his power. Remember, he is given a godlike power to tell something be and it be. And whoever is given godlike power must only use it for the good. He lost his power because he misused it by being intimate with a beautiful woman at the entrance of the tea garden. So when he went back home, he tried his new power. Or his power, the power that he was given, but nothing happened. He tried to order the TV to change from the first channel to the second, nothing happened. And that is how he lost his power. So again, he is changing from a powerful person to an ordinary human being. And this shows that, I'm going to repeat, whoever is given power by God must only use it in a good way. So those are some of the changes that are evident in our story. In case you have any other change, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in our next lesson. Bye-bye for now.